Hello guys, welcome again to Forexolog. So as you have noticed so far, we've been talking about most of the stuff, basics. So on today, I'm going to be creating a video about trendline channels, right? So let me make an example of how a channel looks like. So let me just say a channel. Let's go to this trading view. Where is the channel? Parallel channel, right? Let me just switch it, put it on my screen. Yeah, parallel channel, it's something like this, right? So a parallel channel is when price is actually respecting both sides of a trend line, which is like if I have a parallel channel that is facing up, price is actually respecting the upward movement, which is currently in an uptrend and respecting a channel inside of that, which creates let's say a high tense here, and then a low, a high again, which is higher than this but respecting a channel, and again a low like this, and then a high which is respecting a channel, and a low and a high which is respecting a channel. So how do we actually trade channels, right? So channels are actually made out of a trend line basics that you already know in our previous videos. So what I'm actually doing, I'm trying to help you to understand the basics of how this thing works, how you can use them, right? So first of all, I just said for you to draw up a trend line, you will need a series, like a series of higher highs and higher lows, higher high and a higher low, a higher low. Or I will just say, keep it simple in a simple manner. I will just say this is a swing high, this swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, instead of high highs and high lows like that, right? So all we knew that once we have a series of swing high, swing low, swing high, right, like that, on the third swing, on the third swing low, right, that is where we enter price, right? That is where we enter price. So we're going to enter price up until to the up until to it taps inside our trend line, right? Up until it taps inside our trend line, which is creating what? It's creating a new higher high, right? So immediately when it taps here, that is when we know we're gonna leave price, right? So after tapping here, which creates a new tab, which creates a rule that price on the third tab, it must be what you must enter as long as it's respecting your trend line. Here are the keywords, as long as it's respecting. So if you know how price respects, which is good for you. So as long as it's respecting, you can enter. Then you say, I'm going to sell this market here because now it has tapped it has tapped the trend line. It was at that tab. And then where are you going to take your profit, right? You're going to take your profit right. You're going to take your profit right here, right here. All I'm saying is that right here, right? So this is a place where you take your profit, right? And then price comes again and respects your trend line. So now you're trading a channel. This is how you trade a channel. Now price comes back and taps uh trend line, your below trend line, you have above trend line, below trend line, right? Taps that, and then it respects, keyword respects then that's when you're gonna enter and you take it up further up to that. And then that is when again, if it respects this level, that is when you're gonna say, I am going to enter also right here. So basically, places you are actually going to enter, which will be places like here, places like here, places like here. You're going to enter there, right? Because it is respecting your trend lines after confirming trend line method, right? So now we have also what we call a channel that is a parallel channel that is facing down, right? Which is something like this. And then I will just bring it nicely up to here. Wait, bring it here. Yeah, move it here, something like that, right? So with this channel, what you must know is that also what this channel does is it's facing down right now, right? So I will show you how you can draw channel without using this instrument. But for now, I'm just explaining to you how it's done. So we know we have a low, a tap, respect, a tap, respect, 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 and furthermore, right? So we know that we're going to be entering on our third taps, right? That is where we start to enter, right? On our third taps. These ones, no, are just confirming for us. Third taps, third tab, and then also this third tab, right? So basically that's how it is. So as of that, we know that you enter here, you enter also here, you enter also here, right? You enter here, take profit, enter here, take profit, enter here, take profit down there. That's how you actually trade these channels, right? So how do we identify channels, or how do we draw channels manually? So what you need to know is that you need to know how to find a trend, like how to identify a trend, like how to identify an uptrend market, not a trend line, an uptrend market. So how do we know that? You go back to our videos, start from our videos, and then it will help you know how to identify a trend, right? So now, as we all know, sorry, what the, okay, as we all know that identifying a trend requires you to have a series of a high, a low, and a high, right? So right there, that is when you're going to take your trend line manually, join it up there, right? And then what did I say? You actually going to be waiting for price to do what? You're actually going to wait for price to come back, right? To come back to your third tab. That is where you're saying, okay, fine, I'm actually going to buy price around here, right? Because now you already know that you're in an uptrend. You're actually going to buy price around here. Let's say price is going to respect your trend line, right? So now price comes, and now what does it do? It actually comes and respect your trend line, right? As it does that, it respects your trend line. Let's say touches and respect. And then after it has already created this low, now you can actually say, okay, fine, if it's able to respect this trend line, where can I take my profit, right? That is when you're gonna take this high and this low, and then you're gonna say, this is your channel right now, right? So that is your channel right now. So what will happen is that you just hold it further like that. So you already know that on the third tab, that is where you want price to actually do a to bounce from, right? Let's say it goes up, respects like that, it bounce that, and then that is your that tab. That is when also you're going to sell price from, right? If it respects, you sell price from there, and then price goes down. And then if price goes down, you know, on the fourth touch, that is where you're saying, okay, fine, I'm going to wait and see if price is going to respect my level. And then if it does, I'm going to let it slide like that, and then I'm going to let it push up again, right? Which is you're going to let it, if it respect, you're going to let it push up and respect what? Your channel, right? Which is that, all right? Which is actually, let me just increase the screen, which is actually that, right? So basically, that is how you actually identify or play inside a channel, right? You just wait for price to respect your levels, and then you ending up having a series of pushing up, pushing low like that, and then you just enter where it is possible, right? So now that is an upward channel. Same applies when you, when we having a downward channel. So when we're having a downward channel, you know how to identify downtrend, push up, and like zigzag like that, right? And then further your trend line, right? Wait for it to come back and bounce at your level like this. And then now exactly as it does that, you wait for it to come back and bounce at your level. And then after it does that, before it even goes anywhere, that is when you will draw your channel, because now you have this low and this low, which creates your channel. Sometimes it won't be perfect, but you will understand how to draw a channel. So it won't be that channel you are actually hoping to see, right? As long as it's higher, can be any. So it won't be that channel, like it won't be straightforward, but you will have an idea of where price or you want to take out your profits from, which is helping you and going down there. Looks like that simple. So let's head into our charts and see actually if we can actually identify a channel and how to spot a channel, right? So firstly, you need a series of high and lows, right? So which is being created by here. I will just join this, becomes something like that. No, it doesn't fit, right? So I'm going to look for a perfect example with you guys, right? So if you don't like lessons like this, slow lessons, bear in mind you can switch it, you can switch your data off and stuff like that. But I'm going to look for perfect levels with you guys. So let's just go to our let's just look at them at our daily chat and see if they can actually correspond or something, right? So from a daily chart, what we have, let's go back, even back further and see if we can actually find anywhere to start up with our levels. So by now, if you're watching this video, you already know how to spot what we call you already know how to spot what we call what is it, a trend, right? A downtrend looks like this, right? Let's say, yeah, looks like this. If I just point it like here and then say, yeah. So if it's like this, right? So already I have a push down, push up, and then I have a further push down, and then a push down up until here. So an entry will be right here, right? So now how will I know a channel? A channel will be made up if we just clone this, sorry, remove. If we just clone this, it shall give us mostly a channel, right? A big, nice channel, because this is a low second touch. Let's just make it nicely like this, right? So where are we waiting for? We're waiting for price to tap into this level. Price didn't tap into this level, but remember, this is how you draw channels, right? That is how you draw channels. So whenever you know an example, and whenever you go into like a perfect like a chart, it won't be as perfect as when you're drawing it. So bear in mind how to draw channels. You will have an understanding of them. So I see a perfect one here. I'll see a low, a comeback, and a low right here, right? So from there, I will take my trend line, because already I can spot a downtrend from there. I will just take my trend line like this, a perfect one, right? A perfect one, and then clone it, and then see if it can fit to my trading criteria, right? And then joining it here with yeah, let me just put it, joining it here, which will be something like this, right? Something like that. Joining that and joining that, right? So now, as you can see, let me just zoom this. As you can see, I already spotted my trend, right? Which is a low, a high, and a low, right? Or a low, a high, and a low. A swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, right? I've already spotted my swing lows and swing highs. So what did I say? On the third tab, that is where you enter your trade, right? So if price can actually respect my trend, right, my channel, you see this joining, I'm joining wicks, guys. I'm not joining body of a candle. No, I'm joining wicks of a wick of a candle, simply because a wick, it was created by candle, which means candle reached this high before it pushed up, right? It reached this high before it actually pushed up, which gives me as gives me myself as this is a high of a candle stick, which is this one, right? Which will be another explanation on knowing how candlesticks are being studied. So now this is a third tab, right? So at that tab I buy, right? Let's say let's replay, and let's say I don't know actually what happened here, right? We don't know what happened here. All we know is that we're seeing this, so which will create a good example. So where do I want price? I want price to tap this area, right? Tap this level, right? To tap this level, which is like creating this level, and then this level creating that. That is my example, right, that I was doing. So I want price to respect this level, and stop loss just right there. I want price to respect this level and pass here and give us our entry, right? So right here I see at that tab, and then it's rejecting, right? I will want price to go up from here and actually create a push up, right? So basically I have a upward movement and a downward movement. An upward movement, which is currently, which can be played even now like that. Immediately after price has tapped, can you see it pushed down, right? So at that push down, I already have what? I already have this as my channel, right? Current information, right? Current information. So as your current, whenever I told you, as my current information, I have this as a low and this as a low, right? So right here, this is where price broke above, right? Price broke up here. And then if I take this and put it nicely like that, still does the same thing, right? Price broke above that. So right here, price even went further, right? Came back, retested my level, and then it didn't respect it as a what, as a trend or a channel. Was like that was an ending of an upward trend, right? But I'm still going in a downward movement, right? So what is it that I'm expecting? I'm expecting price to come back and retest, right? So immediately when price start to create a tap around here, I will be waiting for my sell opportunities, which will be that, and then stop loss just right above that. So respect of a what, of a trend line, right? So now I have a low right here, and also I have a low right here, right? So now it doesn't make sense to people, which is like something like this. This is also a pattern that you need to go look for yourself and study it. I'm not going to teach you this. So now this also plays out and say, okay, fine. If you want to keep things easy for yourself, right? You can actually just clone what price did up, because it is most likely to do what, to repeat what it actually did and give you an accuracy onto that, right? So you can wait for your tap into this level, right? Which you were waiting for your tap there, right? And then you were waiting for your buys to be around this level. So if it's respecting this channel, which is a good thing, or since you're using a trading view, a channel is being made like this, and same thing, you see, if you're cloning it, you're cloning whatever information that you have, and then it will create a channel for you. So these are basics, guys. These, and don't take this and say this is a strategy. You know, these are basics that I'm teaching you, things that you need to know before you enter into market, before you start a trading journey. This is something that you need to know. What is a channel? What is a trend line? What is a candlestick? What is, so many things that are out there that you need to know. So before you enter in, before you create your own strategy, you need to know what they mean. You can't open a book without knowing what is the meaning or title of the book. But firstly, you have to read inside the book and learn, and that's why there are contents on in your book. What chapter are you talking about? This is a chapter. What is this chapter explaining to us, right? So same thing, that is what you can do when you're reading a book. It's same thing that you can do to, you can use when studying a forex journey. Know the basics, know how basics are being respected, know how basics are being applied, right? So this is what I'm doing. And then if you like what I'm doing, please don't forget, just subscribe, put on like, and also put on people to come support this channel, because the more you support these channels, the more I will be giving you free information and giving you a powerful content ever made, right? Ever man-made, I can say. So playing a game, so we're waiting for that tab. We never got that tab, which is fine, guys, which is fine, guys, right? We never got that tab. But if we just increase this, you will find that it was almost close to that level, right? So even also here, right? What do? We're just adjusting into our what we are actually doing. So if I say this is my low, this is my level. So I will wait for my third tap around there, and I will say, okay, fine. I will just wait for that third tap, stop loss just right above that, and then clone it, right? Clone it and see if it gives me any, right? It gives me any respect. So I'll say this was my first tap, second tap, almost that tap. Sometimes turns halfway, sometimes turns exactly at that level. As long as it's closer to that level, like that's when you start to get a notification in your brain that there's something going on, right? So let's see if what price does. Gives us a small down movement. which was a respect to that, and then it applied, and then yeah. So you see, just by doing that, boom, 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 just by doing that. So which actually tells you that you can actually do what? You can actually learn or trade channels, downward channels, upward channels. So if you actually like this video, I know it was a bit of long. So if you really like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to like this video. Share with others most of the time, and tell everyone about this Warlock content, that Warlock channel. And peace out. Thanks for watching my videos, and thanks for liking them. I really appreciate your support. Thank you.